Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel and welcome back to the Flutter Firebase push notification series. So in this series we have seen how to configure the Firebase console, that is the part 1, then how to get the device token, how to receive Flutter Firebase notifications. Then we have also seen how to show a notification when app is in the background or the terminated. This is the part 5 in which we are going to see how to implement iOS push notification in the Flutter. So basically we are going to see how to create certificates in the Apple developer account, as well as how to import those certificates from the Apple developer account to the Firebase console in order to receive the notifications in the iOS. So before moving forward, let's first review what we have done, and also let's review the configuration we have done properly or not. So in this scenario, I'll go to our notification service class, where we have it is a util class where we have implemented the notifications to receive the notifications in the background and the foreground. So we till now we have completed all our implementations. I mean to say that we have completed all we have completed all our coding parts. So in this tutorial we'll not see what to code, because that part is already we have covered in the previous videos. If you have not seen those videos, I would request to start from the first video of this playlist, so you will get more idea on how to start for the Firebase Flutter push notifications. If you remember that we have implemented for the particular class, the first thing is we had implemented the request notification permissions when the user is using the iOS devices. So this particular portions is required to ask for the permissions to receive the notifications for the app. Then the main functions that is required to receive a notification in iOS devices foreground message. This is basically it will receive a foreground message where we have set the alerts, badges and the sound equal to true. So this will enable the device to receive notifications by playing the notification sound, and it will also show a badge on the application icon, right? So once you have implemented this method, go back to your home screen where we have initiate our the main home class under the init state, and then call that functions for foreground message. So whenever this app will be loaded and the home screen will be loaded, it will call this foreground message that will enable it to receive the notifications. Then next part is again this foreground message will be called when the Firebase is in it. For time being we are calling this we are calling this method twice, when the Firebase will be in it in the main.dart file, and when the main home screen will be initiated. Okay, so this is all the configurations, or we can say that this is all the implementations from the coding side is required in order to receive the notifications, right? Now our next part is we have to verify that whether we have properly integrated the configurations in our Xcode or not. So in this case what you have to do is you have to open your project, you have to go in the finder and open your project in the Xcode. So when you will double click on the runner.x workspace file, then it will open your this project in the Xcode. So once the project is open in the Xcode, click on the first icon if the project file is not visible, and there you have to verify the bundle identifier. The bundle identifier is nothing but it's a unique ID of an applications that will be mapped with the Firebase console, as well as we will add this bundle identifier in the uh, Apple developer account. So in order to verify this, go again, click on the runner, and there you will find the bundle identifier as this value. right? Now go back to your Firebase console, and there, if you remember, we have created two projects. We can say that two applications, one for the Android and one for the iOS. So in that case, you have to open the iOS one, and there you will find the bundle ID. So make sure that this bundle ID and the bundle identifier in your app, in your Xcode is the same. It should be matched. So this way we are going to connect the Firebase and our Flutter project. And also, if you have not downloaded this Google Service Info plist file, then download this file, and in the Xcode you have to paste that file under the runner. So once you will paste this file after downloading, then that file will be appear in the Xcode, and with the it will have the key and its value. Here you will also find that the same bundle ID is displayed there with some other configurations. So these API key and all are the confidential key, so they should not be exposed. Now we have configured, sorry, now we have verified that our bundle identifier in the Xcode and the bundle ID in the Firebase console is the same. So as of now we are good with our project. So now the next step is we have to open the Apple developer account. So let's first see the what is Apple developer account. Apple developer account is nothing but it is a one account where user can manage or publish the iOS applications. So in this case, first you should have the Apple ID. With the help of the Apple ID, you can create your Apple developer account. Apple developer account comes at a cost of the $99 per year. So you have to subscribe to the Apple developer account. Then and only you will be able to publish, and then and only you will be able to create the keys and the certificate for the push notifications. Once you have the Apple developer account, then you can start the configuration for the push notifications. So I would say that it is required that you subscribe for the Apple developer account at a cost of the $99 per year. Then and only you will be able to proceed in this video. Another thing I would like to mention that it is not necessary that if you are working for a client, then the client may have the Apple developer account to publish their applications. Then they can invite you to this account so that you can work on that account in order to build the applications, right? I'm assuming that you have the Apple developer account, then you have to go to this website, that is the developer.apple.com/account and resources. So this is the first point from where we can start the configuration for the iOS push notifications and configurations to publish the applications in your app store. I will paste this link in the this video's descriptions, so you can find from there and you can navigate to this link. If you see that I have already opened to the Apple developer account, and here you will find that I have some created certificates for the all I have already some certificates which I have created for my other projects. Here the first step is we have to add the device. Device is a nothing but it is a unique ID that you have to get from your iPad or iPhone, so that you can test the applications you are developing, right? So in this case what you have to do is you will need a one identifier of your phone, and then you can add those device with the help of the identifier. So first you will need a identifier from your device. So how to get that identifier? I have already created one video to get the device UUID. So in this video you will get how you can get the device UUID, that is a universal unique identifier. And this device UUID are required by every developer who want to test their the applications which they are developing. So I will also paste this URL. Check out this video and you will get to know how you can get the UUID for your device and you can start work on it. So I will just copy this my identifier. So I will show you how to add a new device here. So first come to the devices sections and then click on the plus icon. So in order to add a new device, go to plus icon, devices, and then there you can select the platform. If you are going to add a device for your Mac OS, then you can select Mac OS. Otherwise for your iPhone, iPad, the first option would work. Then in the device name, so I would say that Jatin's device, and then I will paste my UUID there. So since this device is already there present, so it will not allow me to add a new device of it will not with the same UID. So this the one this is how you can add your device there to test applications. Once the new device is added, then next step is we have to add a new identifier. Identifier is nothing but the application here, and it is added with the help of the bundle ID that we have already verified in our Xcode. So again, I'll click on this plus icon, and then here we have the different types that for what identifier we are registering. So for a time being, we are going to register an applications because obviously we are developing an application, so it is app ID. So make sure that you have selected app ID, then click on continue, and here it will ask what is the type. So it is app, then continue, and then here we have to write descriptions. So let's say we can write the Flutter notifications, right? And then to get the bundle ID, you can go to your Firebase console, or you can get it from the Xcode. So I'll go to Xcode and select my bundle ID and paste it here. Then here you can select the what capabilities you want for this particular applications. Here we are going to select the push notifications because we want that push notifications should work for this application. So here we'll find the push notifications, selecting and click on continue, then again click on register. Now you can see that the new identifier has been added, that is Flutter notifications with this identifier. After adding the identifier, our next step is to create the certificates. So in order to add the certificate, first open your first you can open the keychain applications from the Mac device. Once keychain access is open, then you click on this keychain access, then go to a certificate assistant, and then request a certificate from the keychain authority. Once this will open, you have to use your current Apple ID on which you have registered in your MacBook. So it will automatically select that email address, username, then click on save to disk because we have to save the certificate to our disk, and click on continue. So if you see that this will be the certificate will be created on the desktop, click on save, and certificate is created. Now what you have to do is you have to create a new certificate here. So click on this, then again it will ask for the different software for what. So for a time being we are developing the iOS application, so we can select the Apple development, or we are also, if we are planning to distribute these applications on the App Store, then we can also select the Apple distributions, right? So in this case I will select the Apple distributions. You can select the different options based on your requirement. So let's say that you want iOS distributions that will require the sign in sign up for the submissions to the App Store and other ad hoc distributions. So ad hoc distributions can be distributing via test flight and all this stuff. So I'll go with the Apple distributions, then click on continue. Then here we have to choose the certificate file that we have created from the uh, keychain access, right? So I know that it was on the desktop. I'll select that one and upload, then continue. It will create a one new certificate here, so we have to download the certificate. So once the certificates are downloaded, double click on it and it will install that certificate in your local system, that is in the keychain. Now okay, so we are good with the certification. Now come back to all certificate options, and then we have to create a profiles, that is the provision profile. So again click on the options, that is a profile, and then here we will have to create a new profile. Click on profile. Now again here we have to select the different options. So that is development options or a distribution option, that's based on the what profile we are going to do. So as of now we are developing, so we'll see the iOS development. So also when you are planning to publish these applications to the App Store, then you have to select the App Store distribution also. So if you will select the distributions on App Store, then it will deselect this one. So right now first we'll create the development one, that is iOS app development. Then click on continue. Now to generate the provisional profile, select the application. So our application is this one, Flutter notifications. I'll select this profile, then continue. It will ask that what certificate we want to use. So we have already uploaded one certificate, so it is says that it should be from the my account, my MacBook. So I'll use that one and then continue. It will ask that what device you want to go to include for the provisional profile, because this is if we include this, then it will allow us to test that app development on our devices. So we can select this one. we do not have any Mac devices, so I will deselect this and I will select only my iPhone, then continue. And here is the provisional profile name. So let's say that is the Flutter notification dev, and generate. So once we create the provisional profile, we need to add this provisional profile in the Xcode. So once you download this, you have downloaded this provisional profile, make sure that your project is open in the Xcode. Once your project is open in Xcode, then you can double click on the downloaded provisional profile. We'll click on this downloaded provisional profile. You will see that the provisional profile is added in your Xcode here in this section, right? Okay, so as we have seen that once you install the provisional profile, then on on the first on the under the runner, then in the signing capabilities, and then on again target runner, you will have the provisional profile installed there. So if you do not have the automatically manage sign in, click on the automatically manage sign in. Now in this case you will see that there are the team and the bundle identifier. Now what happens here, in your MacBook you might have logged in with your own account, that is with your own Apple ID. But sometimes what happens, a client may have give you an access to the Apple developer account. So in that case what happened, you will have to add that client Apple developer account in the Xcode, and then you can select the that account for the team. Because if you see that right now I am using the different account, right? Because this client has given me an access, and I have created the keys and I have created the profile and the certificates under this account. So what I will have to do is I should select this Royal this one account, that is Royal Tunbridge Wells skin clinic account, because we have created the profile and all for this account. So once, make sure that you select the team, sorry, the first make sure that you, that is automatically it manage the automatically manage sign in, and then make sure that you select the right team from where you have created provisioning profile. So if you see that once when I select this one, it has automatically updated the signing certificate that I have, which I have created. This is done. Click on the capabilities, and then here you have to search for the push notification. And again we need to add a new capability, that is background modes, and double click on it. Once you select the background modes, here we have to select the two new modes, that is background fetch and the remote notification, because we have to fetch the background data, as well as we have to fetch the remote notifications that uh, Firebase will send the notifications to the Apple, and to the Apple APN, that is Apple push notification service, and then our device will have those notifications, right? So please make sure that you are doing all this properly, because if you forget any one step here, then the notifications in the real time will not work properly. Now if you see that we have enabled two capabilities here, one is the background nodes and another one is the push notifications, right? So again, when you come back to your project, then go to runner and then open info.p plist. Here you will see that the uh, two capabilities are added. The first is UI background modes, in which we have added fetch and the remote notifications. So once these two things are added, that means you have all properly added the uh, uh, capabilities for the notifications. Now again you have to come back to the Apple developer account. Under that, go to keys and then create a new key. So again I will add that push notifications. I will give a name as Flutter app, and then I'll select the Apple push notifications. And then click on continue, then register. Okay, so in this case, you have to make sure that you download this file properly, because that is the K8 file that we are going to import this file in the Firebase console. Because if you read this, that this file cannot be re-downloaded, as the server copy will be removed. So make sure that whenever you download this file, and save this file in your Git repository or any secure place, so whenever it required, then you can retrieve this properly. Otherwise you will have to create a new key. Okay, so I'll download this key. Once this key is downloaded, the second thing is you have to save this app key id. So I'll copy this key id. Again, make sure that you save this key id properly at in a secure place. It can be a GitHub, or wherever you are managing your code. So next time you will have the idea that okay, whatever the credentials and all stuffs are stored here, so you can retrieve it properly. So for a time being, I will saving here. You can ignore this one, and I will say as it as a key. Now if you see that we have downloaded that auth API key, right? Come back to your Flutter notifications and then click on the cloud messaging, because if you remember, we have created the key for the APN. So if you read that, then it says that the FCM can use either APN's authentication key or APN certificate to connect with the APN. So what is the scenario is, whenever we send push notification from the Firebase, then it will make a call to the Apple push notifications, and there we have the certificates and the key, so that authenticate each applications, and then it will send the notifications to the Apple device with the help of the bundle ID and the device ID that we have generated previously. Okay, so here it says that no APN auth key, so we can upload APN auth key, browse, we have it in the download. I'll select this one and open. Here it says the key ID is required, that we can get this key ID, Control C. Then the team ID is required, so you can get the team ID from the Apple developer account. So you will see that your account, then there is a team ID. So I remember that this is the team ID. I had already copied it, and I will add team ID in upload. Okay, so we have successfully added APN key, that is P8 key. So this is the most important step which is required for the push notifications in the uh, iOS devices. Okay, so we have made all the connections in order to send notifications, because notifications was working very well for the iOS devices. So this was the additional configurations which is required uh, to send the push notifications when you deploy app on the App Store or when you publish the app on the App Store. So from the now onwards, what you can do is you can create your test flight in the Apple developer account, because I will not go deep dive in the what is the test file, sorry, what is the test flight and all stuff. So once you have the test flight, then you can export your applications to the text file, to the text flight, and from your register device, that we have register one device here, right? From the register device you can download the these applications uh, from the test flight and the test on your local device. So once it is working properly, then you can again publish this application, or you can publish your applications to the App Store. So this was the part 5 for the how to implement iOS push notification in Flutter, which is again I will say that it is the most important part to create the certificate, to create the profiles, identifiers in the App Connect. So we can also say that in this video it shows the how to create the identifier and how to create the applications in the Apple developer account. So that's all for this video. Thanks for watching, and please, if you like this video, please like, share and subscribe, and have a nice day.